Got it.
As soon as you're ready, let me know. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next. All right.
Well, it's so
Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. All right. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, adulation, and glory unto Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who do indeed rule well, the elders and apostles. And I heard these salutations unto all you sincere Akim out here that's pushing the truth in sincerity and charity, all right? This is for you, okay? You elect out there. So what we really want to go into first and foremost is dealing with who we are, all right? Once again, we are the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of the Lord. You got that?
So Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth."
That's right. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Not equal to, and for damn sure not underneath. All right? We are meant to be above all people upon the face of the earth. When you break down the word Israel in its native tongue in the Hebrew, you get Yashar Allah. He is a prince of the Most High, a prince of power. Yah, he, Shar, prince, Allah, power, okay? Anybody else got any scriptures? All right, go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 15, verse 24.
All right.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right. Read that again.
Matthew 15 and 24.
Okay.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Only the house of Israel is the Lord sent unto, okay? Our Lord Yahawashi, he was only just like all the other just like all others before him. We're all sent unto the nation of Israel, okay? That's the only people the Lord is dealing with. He's not dealing with no Hamites. He's not dealing with Ishmael. He's not dealing with any of these other nations, all right? Only the Israelites, okay?
Got you, son.
All right,
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 8.
gone,
Wherein the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
gone.
When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
That's right.
For the Lord's portion is his people.
For the Lord's portion is his people. Possessive noun. His, okay? So we are exclusively the Lord's people. That's what makes us holy. What does the word holy mean? It means separate. All right? We are a holy people unto the Most High. Okay? This is why we do not push Catholicism out here. What does it mean to be Catholic? The word Catholic means universal. Okay?
Let me just finish it. It says, Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
And Jacob is the lot of the Lord's inheritance, okay? That's the bottom line. We are the people. We are the Lord's people, okay? The Most High set the number of the people, meaning he separated us from everybody else, okay?
Hey, if I may. Now, you know, we got our forefathers is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. After Jacob, he bear the 12 tribes. You know, so that's why, like, we were saying Jacob, because, you know.
Can't. Exactly. Because it started with Jacob. Before his name was Israel, if you can find the parable, by the way, of how Israel got his name. That was before his name was Israel, it was Jacob, heel catcher, okay? Yahawah, which that's according to prophecy. All right. So this is how Israel got his name.
Oh, no.
Get it. Yeah, get that.
While you get that, I'm going to read this out. This is the book of John, chapter 17, verse 9. It says, this is Yahawashi speaking, brother. I pray for them, I pray not for the world.
I pray for them, I pray not for the world. Once again, what is Catholicism all about? The word Catholic means universal. Anything dealing with Catholicism includes everybody, and the Lord is not for everybody. Read that again.
That's right. It says in John 17 and 9.
That's right.
I pray for them, I pray not for the world.
I pray for them, I pray not for the world. Okay? Look up that word world right there, and you're going to see oikomen. Okay? Oikomen. Meaning the entire world. Okay? The Lord is not dealing with the world. Finish that.
That's right. It says, from the top, I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
Oh my goodness. Read that last part again. But who does the Lord pray for? Go ahead.
It says, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
For them which thou, showing you that there is an elect, okay?
So yeah, possessive people.
You see what I'm saying? Possessive now. That's the Lord's elect, those that were given until Yahawashi. You got that one of the scripture? All right, come on, get that.
It's Genesis chapter 35, verse 6.
This is how Israel got his name. Continue.
It said, and the Most High said unto him, thy name is Jacob, and thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel.
He called his name Israel. He is a prince with the Most High. Okay?
Oh, that's right?
Yeah, that was yeah. When you go into the history, Jacob encountered the angel, right, and fought the angel and won. Okay? And once he won, he had said unto the angel, "Give me a blessing." All right, and that was Jacob's blessing, to be called Israel, to be the prince of power. Okay, and so as the prince of power, what is Jacob's lot? Bring it.
It says, and the Most High said unto him, I am God, the power almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins.
God.
And the land which I give Abraham and Isaac to thee, I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land.
Read that again. That was beautiful.
It says, in the land which I give Abraham and Isaac to thee, I will give it, and thy seed after thee will I give the land.
There you go. After thee will I give them. So what does that go to show you, right? The Most High made that covenant only with the nation of Israel, with Jacob, which would eventually progenerate the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes. Okay? We are that people. No other people has that identity. Not even them bastards calling themselves Jews that's in Israel today. Modern day Israel, okay? They're not the real Jews. That's us. The melanin people. The ones they call blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are the real Hebrew Israelites, all right?
That is him. Yeah, that's it.
I got something quick.
Yeah, come on, get it.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth.
Read that one more time, please.
Not that earth is
Yeah,
the world,
exactly.
you know? Now it's more clear.
There you go.
It says, Deuteronomy 14 and 2. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So right there's the separation. Thou art an holy people. You're separate, Okay? Continue that.
Says, the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations.
Above all the nations. The water. Above all the nations. We're not meant to be beneath the other nations, man. We were never meant to be beneath the other nations. But we're beneath the other nations now to fulfill prophecy, okay? What does the scripture say? The scripture say the people whose lot was not to drink of the cup hath assuredly drunken. And have we not drunken of that cup? Yes, we have. As we speak, we're still drinking of that cup right now. We're in a very low state here, man. But that's fulfillment of prophecy. Okay? You got some more on that?
Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8.
Done.
It says, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel
Right.
and the house of Judah.
Done.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers
That's it.
in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt,
Done.
because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord.
That's dealing with that new covenant. That's dealing with the new that's dealing with that new, what is it called? The new not new commandments, but that's
Right.
dealing with the New Testament. That's what that's talking about. All right? But really and truly, this New Testament is just the Old Testament refreshed. All right? They're still the same thing. Okay? Read that again. Huh? Yeah, if you can. That would be beautiful. Yeah.
This is Hebrews chapter 8, verse 6.
God.
It says, but now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises.
That's talking about Yahawashi. He became a mediator unto a better covenant. Why? Because guess what? Being bound by the law, you see what I'm saying? Dealing with the law alone by itself, we were all gonna basically perish. Okay? So that's why he became that better, you know what I'm saying, covenant. Continue.
It says, for if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second.
There you go. And why was the first covenant fault? And where was the fault in the first covenant? People weren't following the laws the way they were supposed to, okay? That was the main fault. And again, that's fulfillment of prophecy, okay? All this idol worship going on, the golden calf, you know what I'm saying? All these different gods, even to this day, it's the same nonsense, all right?
It says, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord.
For finding fault with who? Salaki, I had to ask this question. For finding fault with who? It's not talking about the other nations. It's not talking about Japan. It's not talking about China. Did the Lord find fault with the so-called Israelites for breaking these laws? No, because the laws weren't given to them. Okay? This is talking about Israel. Continue.
It says, for finding fault with them,
God.
he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel
Right.
and the house of Judah.
Right.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my covenant.
Yeah. That's it. That was why, because they continued not within the covenant. We broke the covenant, man, by going off. Okay? When you go back into certain accounts in the scriptures, people were actually making sacrifices unto the Lord before they sinned. You see what I'm saying? Showing you that it was a willful thing that they was doing. Okay? So the Lord said, no, it's time to do away with that.
It says, and regarded them not, saith the Lord, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. And after those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law into their mind and write them in their hearts.
Yep.
And I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people.
And that's how you know it's talking about the nation of Israel, right? Not only did the scriptures tell you right there that it's talking about Israel, but what's the main prophecy that's getting ready to pass? Read that again. The law will be written in their mind.
says, I will put my laws into their minds
Oh, yep.
and write them in their hearts.
And we're the beginning of that. That's what this is for. The Lord is writing the law upon our hearts, right, and upon our minds as we speak right now through all these different camps we're out here teaching. That's what we're doing. That's our job as the mouthpiece of the Most High.
It says, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, but also know me from the least to the greatest.
For all shall know me. That's a future prophecy. For all shall know me from the least to the greatest. Okay? See, right now, people don't have the law perfectly in their minds and in their hearts. And if they do, they're not following those laws, statutes, and commandments perfectly. Why? Because we're in our captivity, okay? But again, that's all dealing with prophecy. That prophecy had to be fulfilled, okay? But we are that people. And soon we're going to be perfect. All right?
It says, for I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquity will I remember no more.
They do
It
not
says,
see this.
and that he said, a new covenant he had made the first old, now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away.
That's it. It's ready to vanish away. Okay? Basically being justified by the law. We're no longer justified by the law. Now we have a sacrifice. Okay? But that does not mean that the law holds no place. Okay? The law, Yahawashi was the law made flesh. Okay?
So the Lord.
Amos chapter 3 verse 2.
Uh-huh.
It says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
You only. Read that again from the top, bro.
It says, Amos chapter 3 verse 2.
Con.
It says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
All you got to do is look around you, man. That's talking about us. First fired, last hired. You know what I'm saying? We're always on the bottom of every single facet of society. Okay? The scriptures talk about us being a proverb and a byword. All you got to do is look at the list of curses written in the scriptures and look around you today. Who fits those prophecies? Huh? That's on that. Somebody got this out. Psalm 20.
So Psalm chapter 2 verse 8. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
So wait a minute. Can you read up above that? Because that's beautiful. Just a little bit above, yeah. So like 6, I believe, or 7.
It says, ye have set a king, ye have slacked. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill in Zion.
I think it's,
I can start.
if you like, yeah.
It's on Psalm chapter 2 verse 1.
God,
It said, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
why do the heathen rage? You got all these heathens out here, these other nations. Yeah, we're going to be the next superpower. China's going to be the next superpower. Nah. None of these people out here is got next, man. That's us. Read that again.
So Psalms 2 and 1, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Right.
It said, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed,
And
saying,
yep, go ahead.
let us break their bands asunder
Con.
and cast away their cords from us.
And this is why they institute a lot of these ridiculous laws, Project Megiddo among many others. All these draconian legislations, all right, to try to keep us as a people down and eventually just destroy us, man.
It says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision.
Yeah.
Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure.
Speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. All right? He's going to bring great destruction and great moanings and great misery upon this place. This place is going to see misery unlike anything ever heard of in history, man. Continue.
It says, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure.
Yeah.
Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill Zion. I will declare the decree, the Lord has said unto me, thou art my son.
Khan.
This day have I begotten you.
Khan.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance,
Right.
and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession, okay? And that was promised to Yahawashi, all right? And so when Yahawashi returns to take back this world, who's going to be with Yahawashi? His elect. First and foremost, his elect is going to be with him. The elect are the first fruits of the new kingdom that's coming on the earth, all right?
And then down below, right?
These joint heirs, all right? Somebody can find that, by the way. Joint heirs, being joint heirs with Yahawashi. Because the kingdom is going to start out with Yahawashi and his elect, man. Okay, and his elect are going to be the governing bodies of that. That is the promise that was made by the Most High Himself unto His people. Okay, that we're going to be the rulers of this earth.
I got some.
God.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 26.
Okay.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Yep.
And he shall rule them with the rod of iron.
Yep.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
Basically meaning we're going to rule with an iron fist, man. That's what it means. We're going to break you other nations as a potter's vessel, man. We're going to rule with an iron fist. You're going to know who your master is. All right?
Kings.
None. You're going to know who your kings are. You're going to know who the real rulers of this earth are in that time.
That's right. You know how kings rule with the rod?
The scepter. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, is this where I get fake IDs?
You know what I'm saying?
Servants upon horses.
Yeah, and that's what you see here nowadays, servants upon horses. Because when it's all said and done, look, Esau reveling in his technology, you see what I'm saying? And all these other nations with him. But his technology and all the so-called advances that he's making in science, that's all vanity. That's all bullshit. Okay? The Most High gave them that just so he could puff them up. You know what I'm saying? Just like Pharaoh's heart was hardened, that's exactly how Esau's being done, the same exact way. He's getting puffed up until the Most High just bring him down. All right?
It's spiritually, you said that with I like precept, but I just want to say, you mentioned Pharaoh. The scripture where it says, the king's heart is in the hands of
Oh, the Lord, that's right.
It's all here.
It's all spiritual. Come on. Here and bring in precept.
This is,
All right, that's you, Papa. All right, he got it. He got it. Yeah, he got it.
So Romans chapter 8, verse 16.
Gone.
It says, the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
Yep.
It says, and if children, then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with the Mashiach.
If children, then heirs. Okay? What is an heir? An heir is a person that basically is going to... Huh? Yeah, exactly. They're basically given something from the generation before them. Inheritance, okay? That's what makes you an heir, when you inherit something from them before you. Okay? Continue.
It says, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be that we may be also glorified together.
God, and at the end of the day, that's the core thing to remember. Being that we gotta suffer these atrocities, man, hey, it's all right, because after all the suffering is done and over, we're gonna enjoy the good. We're gonna enjoy the fruits of our suffering, okay? But again, that starts with the elect. All of Israel is gonna be saved, but first and foremost, the elect. Okay?
It says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us."
Kind, exactly. Scriptures say, "I have not seen it, nor ear have heard." You know what I'm saying? The things that will be in the kingdom of heaven, so to speak. All right. The pleasures we're going to enjoy is not even going to be comparable to the suffering that we're going through right now. This is nothing compared to what we're going to enjoy.
What are we gonna do with these cut to these people?
Kind. See what I'm saying? And it's going to be, and then and furthermore, our kingdom is going to be forever. All right. We're going to be ruling forever, as the scriptures have said. You got scripture? You got some more?
This is it's like in Amos chapter 5. We start at 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desires the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?"
That's right. Scripture right there is talking to you heathens, man. Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. For what end is it to you? Because 2/3 of them. You 2/3, definitely, man. You're gonna be destroyed in that day. That's why the scriptures say, "Woe to you." The word "woe" simply means destruction. Okay, continue that.
It says, "Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?"
Right.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. The scriptures say the day of the Lord will be as if a man ran from a bear and rested his hand upon the wall and a serpent bit him. It's going to be danger on every corner.
Bro, that's crazy.
That, continue it.
You didn't.
Yeah, continue it. That was the spirit.
Verse 19 it says, "As if a man did flee from a lion
God.
and a bear met him,
God.
or went into the house and leave his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him."
God. It's gonna be danger on every single corner, man. If it's not the FEMA troops stomping up and down the streets, it's gonna be some type of ridiculous disaster going on inside your house. If it's not that, it's gonna be these concentration camps you're gonna find yourself running into. If it's not that, it's gonna be the countless looters that's gonna be in the streets, smashing people's windows open, jumping in and stealing everything in their crib, man.
They're not gonna escape.
Not gonna escape it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be that much going on. All right? People getting put to death all around you. It's gonna be constant pains. On the scriptures say the earth will rock to and fro like a drunkard. Okay? It's gonna be that much destruction going on. Yeah, so like, you know what I mean? So the day of the Lord that's coming, hey, it's not going to be very beneficial to you so-called white people. It's not going to be very beneficial to you so-called Japanese, Chinese, Italians, all you other nations outside of Israel, okay? You're going to be destroyed in that day. All right? And the nation of Israel, the people that you have in ill repute right now, they're going to be ruling in righteousness.
And then you breathe it up. Like, how we gonna do it? That's
Fine.
I got something real quick. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Yep. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. All right?
You see that?
Fine. This place is circling the drain, as they said, man. All right? And once again, it was already set up in the spirit for America to be destroyed. It was already set up in the spirit for America to go down, all right? This place is legitimately a haven for idolatry, all right? St. Patrick's Day is coming up. You see what I'm saying? All type of BS. St. Patrick's has nothing to do with the scriptures. What are we doing worrying about some St. Patty's Day, man? Okay? Y'all got it? Y'all got it. Got something to go ahead,
This is Psalms chapter 7, verse 11. It said, the Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. Yeah, so it says, the Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. Right? Because, the Most High, a lot of people act like, the Most High isn't real, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't see everything that's going on. Like, that's why, basically, the Most High is going to have judgment on this place, on Babylon, and America I'm referring to. Because we know through the scriptures that America is spiritually Babylon because of all the wickedness and iniquity and idolatry and, perverseness that takes place here. You know what I'm saying? Every week, we come out and we see the wickedness that goes on. And you know what I'm saying? Our people are under the misconception that this place is going to just keep on going on and on. And that they got to basically, when in Rome, do as the Romans or just basically get along or whatever. But soon they're going to see that the Most High isn't this stuff that these people are doing here and that's taking place. It's not cool. The Most High is going to take this place off here. Just like he did, as an example, the cities of Sodom. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say that the cities of Sodom, as an example, condemn them with an overthrow. Basically as an example of how people feel in the Bible. I'm saying you had in the scriptures, you had that in the scriptures, but these people pay attention to that. They take these things to heart. No.
Guys, go ahead and bring it through some.
Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice in heaven, and you that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, so basically, you know what I'm saying, the angels, you know what I'm saying, us Israelites, we should be rejoicing. Like the scriptures say in 2nd Ezra, like we know, basically, I'm sorry, I think it's Sirach or 2nd Ezra, but anyway, the scriptures talk about how, we as the men of the Lord, we read the scriptures, the Most High gave us understanding, so we know that, what we have to go through before this place is broken down. So we're saying, rejoice in heaven to them that dwell in it. For the devil, talking about Esau, the Edomites, we know that their rulership is going to be for a certain amount of time. And it's basically going to go, their rulership is for a finite amount of time, meaning it has a beginning and it has an end. This kingdom that's prophesied is going to be established by Yahawashi. It doesn't have a beginning. It has a beginning, but it's not going to have an end. It's not going to be like how, Israel ruled for a period of time. You had the Babylonians or whatever come and take them down or whatever. It's not going to be like that anymore.
Right. I got scripture. This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse Salakia. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 12. Yea, and all that will live ungodly in Hamashiach Yahawashi shall suffer persecution.
Yeah, so that's why, you know what I'm saying, you got people that come up here scoffing at us, trying to fight us. You know what I'm saying? The spirit basically has it that way. I mean, look at Yahawashi. He was a perfect example. You know what I mean? You had his own people, go to the Romans and try and get him basically crucified or persecuted. You know what I'm saying? The same way that we're being persecuted, or I'm sorry, he was being persecuted. We're going to be persecuted the same way. It's not, think it not strange, the fiery trials which are to try you.
Especially among your own. Like, come on now. What the scripture even said that Yahawashi went unto his own, and they received him not. Okay? Better yet, when you really get into the history, they was offended at him. And to this day, we got family in our own personal lives that's offended at us for what we teach, okay? Because it doesn't fit their whole scope of understanding based on love and peace, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this. Because this ain't done. Yeah. I'm gonna start from 14. I'm gonna start from 12 again. Yea, and all that will live ungodly in Hamashiach Yahawashi shall suffer. Huh? Oh, Salakia. Yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahawashi, Salakia. That was a slip of the tongue there. that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahawashi shall suffer persecution.
Yeah, because when you look at the society, a lot of our people, you know what I mean, or I mean, they do like suffer, like what I'm saying. If Jake goes out and like steals a car or something, gets pulled over, like, you know what I'm saying. They, 9 times out of 10 they gonna lock him up or whatever or something. But you know what I'm saying, our people, we being cursed or persecuted, we don't understand why. But anyway, people that Esau, the so-called white man, opposing the society or whatever, that are real wicked and ungodly, it's like he allows them to like prosper this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to think of an example.
Well, basically, worshiping other gods, committing adultery, committing lie, sodomites, you know what I mean? Men who love themselves.
Yeah, like I mean, obviously, like you got people like Paul or being free and stuff. They got their own shows and all this. They're being, you know what I'm saying? They're like wicked as hell. Like how can you got fucking men that are dressing up like women and twerking like women and shit. People uphold this in the society nowadays. I mean, does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody tell me, does that make sense? Like,
Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's foolishness.
But these people, you know what I mean, we brought up in a society and they don't really know right from wrong or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, right. And the scriptures talk about unwise people. Scriptures talk about fools, man. Yeah, this is but this is what you get when you live in a backward society, man.
I mean, it would make more sense.
Right there, exactly. Yeah, cut. Verse. Yeah, hold that, because I'm gonna finish this verse. 2 Timothy chapter 3 of 13. But evil men and seducers will wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Yeah, so we said evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. So that means, you know what I'm saying, as time goes on, basically, these people are gonna get worse and worse. You know what I mean? Just like I was saying about those people that are in the entertainment world. So then you got Esau really, you know, pushing the sodomite agenda on the youth and, you know, any way he can, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to really push that stuff. Like yo, I guarantee you today, before we probably leave, you know what I'm saying, Lord willing, I mean, not like I want it to happen, but, you know what I'm saying, we probably gonna see a transvestite, you know, walk up and down the street. You're not even gonna be able to tell if it's a man or a woman or whatever.
Hey, and like the brother said, they push this shit to your children, man. They tell your children that this is a legitimate lifestyle, that it's okay for a boy to want to dress like a fucking girl. All right, they teach you that shit. All right, in your schools they teach you that as well, man. And so what does that tell you? As a man trying to raise a family in your household around such influences, man, and you're forced to put your children in those influences. And then what's worse, your woman, your wife that you got with you, she definitely down with it. You can't tell them shit, all right?
You gotta get them a cash. So she might even have sodomite friends and shit. She names or her job and all that shit. Where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're somebody that fears the Lord, you're not gonna want to be like I was talking about about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a Spanish term or phrase that, you know what I mean? It's like I guess you could tell. I forget exactly how it's worded, but it's like you can tell if you want to know how a person is, check out the people that they surround themselves.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Birds
Flock together, yeah. Matthew 10 and 36, that's the scripture. Yeah, get that if you can. Matthew 10 and 36.
So like you know that's the you know like and then scripture say be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. Exactly. So like you know what I mean. Say like you know I may have family members that's not Hebrew Israelites necessarily, but I mean damn like I mean to me. I mean, you know, sin is sin, but it's like certain sins that's, you know, unto death. I'm not going to sit around here hanging around somebody that's a straight up adulterer and they just, you know what I'm saying, they're like a serial adulterer and all that stuff. It's just like being a sodomite. I mean, you straight up saying like, to me, it's like saying like F Most High or something like that. You want to do what you want to do. You don't care what the context is, but you professional.
This is Matthew 10 and 36. It says,